Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do the next size up. So this is going to be a beanie for ages 6 to 12 months, and if you want to check out my other videos then I'll put links in the description to all the other sizes, because this is a part of a little short series on how to make a simple, quick and easy double crochet beanie for any size. So that's from pretty much newborn all the way up to man's head size. So, and this video is for 6 to 12 months, and the first 3 rounds are exactly the same as the 0 to 6 months size. So I'm now going to show you those first 3 rounds. Okay, enjoy. We're going to be using a chunky, bulky weight yarn, not to be confused with extra chunky or super bulky. This is just a chunky or bulky weight yarn, so that's size 5. And we're going to be using a 6mm J hook. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, to begin, we're going to make this really simple. We're not going to be using any magic circles or magic rings. We're just going to start off by chaining 5. So we do our slip knot, then we're just going to chain 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we're going to slip stitch into our first chain to form a loop. So we can put our hook in our first chain and then work a slip stitch. We pull our yarn through and then through the loop on our hook, and that creates a little loop of our 5 chains. And into the center of that loop in there we're going to work 12 double crochets. So we do yarn over, we're going to put our hook through the middle of our little loop and then just bring our yarn through and work a double crochet as normal. And we're going to do 12 of these. We want 12 double crochet. So that's 1, back into the center, 2, 3, and the last one 12. So we've done 12 double crochets, and we're just going to pull our tail end just to bring in that center hole, which it will do a little bit. So when you've got your 12 double crochets worked into your little 5 chain loop, we're just going to slip stitch into our first double crochet. So just check you've got 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Just going to slip stitch into our first double crochet, and that joins our round like so, and that completes round 1. So moving on to round 2, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 2. So that's 1 and 2. Then we're going to work a double crochet in the same stitch that you just slip stitched into at the bottom. That's the bottom of your chain. So where you slip stitched to join the round, you're going to put your hook back in there again, and we're going to work a double crochet. Then that double crochet and the first 2 chains counts as an increase of 2 double crochets. So we're counting the first 2 chains as a double crochet. So doing 1 in the same stitch underneath the chains makes an increase, so you've got technically 2. Then in the next stitch along we're going to work 2 double crochet. So that's 1, get some more yarn, and then another 1 in the same stitch. And then that creates our next increase. So we're going to repeat that round for all our stitches, doing 2 double crochet in each stitch around until we end up with a stitch count of 24. So that's another 1 and another 1 in the same stitch, and just repeat that round doing 2 double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, so we're just coming up to the last stitch, and again we're just finishing up with 2 double crochet in the last stitch. So that's 1 and then 2, and then all we do is we're going to slip stitch into our top of our 2 chains. So there's our first chain at the beginning of the round, and there's our second. So we want to slip stitch into that top 2 chain, and then that joins our round like so. So by the end of round 2 you should have 24 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to move on to round 3, and again we're going to chain 2 at the beginning, so that's 1 and 2, but then we're going to go straight into the next stitch here. We're not going to do anything underneath, go straight into the next stitch doing 2 double crochet. So that's that one there. So you do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. But in the next stitch we're just going to do 1 double crochet by itself. Okay, then in the next stitch we're going to come back and do 2 double crochet for an increase. So that's 1 and 2. But then in the next stitch we're just going to do 1 by itself, just 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So then we're going to repeat that round doing 2 double crochet in the next stitch, then 1 double crochet by itself in the next stitch, then 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, all the way round to the end until you have 36 stitches. So I'm just going to do that and then I'll come back. So the next one's 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and then 1 double crochet, then back to 2 double crochet. Okay, so I'm just coming up to the last 2 stitches, and the second to last one we just work a double crochet, just repeating the same pattern, and then in the very last stitch we work our 2 double crochet in the same stitch like so. So by the end of that round, your third round, you should have 36 stitches, and then we just slip stitch into the top of our 2 chain like so to join our round. Okay, so by the end of that round you should have 36 stitches. And like I said, those first 3 rounds are exactly the same for the 0 to 6 month size, but to get it up a bigger size, up to 6 to 12 months, round 4 we're going to chain 2, so that's 1 and 2, and then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So we go straight into the next stitch, so not the one underneath the chains, but this next one along. Do 1 double crochet, okay, and then we're going to work 2 double crochet in the next stitch, so and that should line up with our previous increase. So we do 2 double crochets, so that's 1 and another one in the same stitch, and then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we do 1 double crochet by itself in the next stitch, then we do 1 double crochet by itself in the next stitch like that, and then we're going to do an increase of 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So we do 1 double crochet and then another one in the same stitch for our increase. And we're going to repeat that round. We're going to do 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and then an increase of 2 double crochet in the next stitch. So that's 1 double crochet by itself, 1 double crochet by itself, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch, which should line up with your increases from the previous rounds. And then you go back to 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, until you get back to the beginning. And so I'll just do that and then I'll come back and show you. So that's 1 double crochet by itself, 1 double crochet by itself, and 2 double crochet, 1 and another one in the same stitch. Okay, so just coming up to the last 3. So we do 1 double crochet by itself, 1 double crochet by itself for the next stitch, and then finishing on 2 double crochet in the same stitch for an increase. So just repeating what we've already been doing. You always end on an increase when working your increase rounds. Then we're just going to slip stitch in the top of our 2 chains. So there's our first, there's our second, and that joins our round. Like so. Okay, so by the end of that 4th round you should have 48 stitches, and for all the sizes, so this is size 6 to 12 months, but all the other sizes, the bigger sizes as well, will have the same first 4 rounds. So, but what we do now, because this is for size 6 to 12 months, we're just going to we're going to stop our increase rounds now. So we stop there and we've got the size we want. So we just need to work the length. So to do that, we chain 2, and then we just work 1 double crochet in the next stitch and in each stitch around. So we go straight into that next stitch there and do 1 double crochet by itself, and then we do 1 double crochet by itself in every stitch around. So we keep a stitch count of 48, and that doesn't change. And then that works our length. And what we need to do is we just keep repeating those rounds. So the next round we're just going to do chain 2 and 1 double crochet in each stitch around, slip stitch in the top of your 2 chain to join, and just keep repeating that around and around. And we need to get a length of let's have a look. We need a length of about 7 inches. So what we're going to do, so just keep repeating your length now of chaining 2, 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and then slip stitching to join, and then measure from the very center all the way out until you've got at least about 7 inches. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to repeat this round over and over and over again until I get to about 7 inches for our length, and I'll do that and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so it's just 1 double crochet in each stitch around, repeating that over and over again until we've got 7 inches. Okay, so I'm just coming up to the last stitch for what I think will be the length that we need. So just doing the last double crochet, and then we're just going to slip stitch in the top of our 2 chain as we have been doing, just catching those top 2 bits of yarn but leaving one at the bottom. Let's come out. Work a slip stitch. Okay, so just pull that up slightly, and if we measure this needs to be between about 6 and 7 inches in length, which it is. It was about 6.5 inches, so that'll do, that's fine. So all I've been doing after round 4 was literally just chaining 2, then working 1 double crochet into each stitch around, and then slip stitching in the top of our 2 chain, and just repeating that. And I've done nine rounds of just doing that, just 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So there's our first 4 rounds for that, created the size that we wanted, which is for 6 to 12 months. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds of just the length, which is just the 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And there we go, and there's our finished beanie. Hide the seam at the back if you want to. There's our finished beanie for ages 6 to 12 months. So we can measure, because we're looking for about 16 inches circumference. So we've got 8 inches one side, so we times that by 2 equals 16. Okay, so the first 3 rounds were the same for the newborn size for 0 to 6 months, and then we did an extra round of increases for this size, and then we did our length. So in my next video I'm going to show you how to do the next size up, which is going to be for 12 months up to 3 years old. And what we're going to do, we're going to do the same first four rounds, and then we're going to do an extra round of increases specifically for the next size up. So if you're looking for sizes 12 months to 3 years, then you might want to go check out that video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you soon for some more crochet fun. Thanks for watching, bye!